Where did you all come from? No, 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 no. Hello everyone, this is BugmanCX, and welcome to Minecraft The Journey. You're watching episode 2, but if you haven't watched episode 1 yet, then you're in the wrong episode. You need to go back and watch episode 1 before you move on to episode 2. But if you have watched episode 1, then you'll know that in this Let's Play series, we're going to be playing Minecraft from its most earliest development versions and upgrading our game throughout the series, right up until the current release. We'll be journeying through the classic versions, the Indev and the Indev, the alpha and the beta stages, and then finally move on to the release versions. And with each release, there will be new functionality, new features, and definitely some new bugs and problems. The world generation changes over time as well, and that's something that we're going to have to adapt to. But so far, we've been exploring the earliest versions, but at this stage of its development, Minecraft was still highly experimental and going through constant changes. But it won't be for a few more versions until we're able to get a sustainable survival world so we can carry on to future versions. Since the last episode, we've been playing here in version 0.24 Survival Test 03, but I think we've conquered this place and it's time to skip ahead and upgrade to a few versions down the path and check out the new functionality in the next version we have. So let's go! Welcome to version 0.27 Survival Test. So since the last version we were in, 0.24, there have been a few changes here, not too many, one of which is that you might notice I have some TNT on my hotbar. Now let's see if we can use this to blow up some mobs. That should have killed you, shouldn't it, young creeper boy? Ow! Ow! Oh my! You're fast. You are so fast. Come on. Oh no. Oh, yes. Oh no, this is very difficult. Very difficult. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Huh. Gee, 1 heart already. So hungry. Need food before dying. Pigs. Maybe you've got some bacon. Come here, piggy. Oh, give me that bacon. Well, that sort of looks like bacon. What is it? Mushrooms. Why does a pig drop mushrooms? Meh. Ow, hello. Well, you were an easy... Ugh! I didn't realize their arrows would actually kill you when they explode. That's actually kind of cool. Come on, creeper. You can do it. Ah, justice. Oh, I came looking for mushrooms. I didn't come looking for trouble. Oh, that was so close. I feel like I'm in the world's blockiest golf course. Whoop. 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 Well, we didn't last long, did we? But check this out over here. Here's the new mob in version 0.27. It's the spider. It's creepy. It jumps. It is very, very fast. And it'll probably kill me like everything else in this level does. Oh my gosh. There are 3 of them on me. Die with the arrows. Come on, see if I can do it. Yes! Yes! Ah, I am the boss. Have you noticed in these survival versions that the mobs' heads are tilted downwards as if they're always looking for something on the ground? Maybe my footprints or something like that. They're trying to track me down. Have you also noticed how fast these zombies are? I mean, I can barely outrun them. Come on, chase me. See how quick he is? So it's no wonder that when you run into a big group of them that they just kill you straight away. Well, considering we keep getting killed every few minutes on this level, let's see if we can have a look at some of the blocks. The iron... Oh, go away. The iron drops iron blocks, like full iron blocks. Let's have a quick look at one of these out in the light. Check it out. It's kind of a two-tone grey and white iron block thing. And the gold block, I understand, has a very similar texture. So we need to get into a cave or somewhere to see if we... There's some gold. Let's go and get that gold and have a look at the gold block. Okay, let's hope some mobs don't creep up on us from behind. It seems to be their favourite thing to do. Oh yeah, look at that. It's bright orange, isn't it? Kind of a really, really deep orange. Let's put some of these out on the ground. Before we die, nothing is sneaking up on us. We're in a fairly secluded spot. Let me just get up onto some dry land and we'll have a look at these blocks. Okay, we seem to be safe from danger around here. At least for now. Oh, whoa, whoa. You see, they just come out of nowhere, these guys. They're everywhere. So we've got the iron block here, which we saw before, and next to it, the gold block. Looks like it's the same texture, just different color tones. You know, I kind of like it. I don't know what I'd use it for in a build, but it looks pretty funky. Quite a lot different to the previous gold block that we saw. I see you down there. I know. But I'm trying to show the people the blocks. Yeah. So I want to have a look at the coal ore as well, because that's a little peculiar in that it drops something you wouldn't expect. I've located some coal ore, so let's just have a look and see what it is exactly that the coal ore block drops. That's a strange looking block. Slabs. It's given me slabs. That was not really what you expected to get. I sort of expected to get a coal block or a coal ore or something like that. A coal piece. But no, you get slabs. Did that just double before my eyes? It just turned into a double slab. Yeah, so this game is going through development at this point in its development, so it's no surprise that you're going to get some strange quirks like this. I suppose that Notch implemented the slab drop on the coal block because it was just easier for him to do and easy for us to test. But there's a strange quirk. Look at this. After all this time, I've actually found some lava. No. Oh, that was close. But look down here. We have some lava. I was looking for this a few versions ago, but I couldn't find any. It's definitely down here in these caves, but these caves are usually flooded with mobs. Yep, case in point. But you got a quick view of the lava there anyway. I think we've now seen just about everything in this version of Minecraft that we need to, and it's about time to upgrade. But before we do, let's just look at a couple of extra things that I have noticed along the way. One, I have a score up in the top right hand corner, and every time I battle mobs and do other things, I get an increase in that score. I'm not really sure what good that is to me, but it is there nonetheless. And second, if you look in the hotbar down the bottom, you'll see that I'm carrying 99 dirt blocks, because at the moment the items stack up to 99, but if I try and pick up any new dirt block items, I can't. I physically can't hold them because I've already got the maximum available in that slot. The other thing is you can't throw items away, so if your hotbar fills up with items you don't want, you just have to find a place to put them. It's kind of annoying. And the third thing is, in one of the versions between the last one and this one, or at some point along the development journey anyway, in the last few versions, rain was added to the game. And it was toggleable at some point, but it's not toggleable in this version, at least not that I could find. So that might be something we can look forward to in a couple of versions to come. But for now, we've finished with 0.27 survival test, and this is the last version that we have where the game is in its survival test stage. Next, we go back to creative for a little while, and then finally, I think after that, the game will actually go into survival mode properly. So let's upgrade and see what the next version has in store for us. And this is version 0.30. We're now back in creative mode, which isn't really in the spirit of what we want to do here for this Let's Play series. But for the time being, it is what it is, because there are a few extra additions in this version that we should have a look at. So I'm going to build a little house up here, which is much easier to do in creative than it is in survival at this point, so that we can have a look at some of these things, and then I'll bring you back. And with even such limited block choices, I've managed to complete a house build. It adds the obsidian block and the bookshelf and the mossy cobblestone and the red brick. So let's have a quick look at the house. Looks pretty good for the limited block choices, I have to say. Let's go and have a closer look and I'll show you the interiors. So we've got a nice little frontage here. A few limitations include the shadows, because as soon as you put blocks above, you get these really, really dark shadows. You can't plant any flowers here or anything like that, so we just had to work with what we've got. Here we go, we're at the entranceway. Again, can't put any flowers or anything in here, it's just too dark. But I decided to light up the whole staircase because the rest of the house is a little bit dark as well. Here we've got a couple of floor rugs, and I suppose that's a side table. We've got a big orange sofa here where we can watch our huge big screen TV. I think we're watching 2 sunsets at the moment. And in here is the kitchen. Again, pretty limited because you've got such basic block choices, but I figure we've got a sink with sponges. Makes sense, right? An oven, maybe, and some overhead cabinetry. It's the best you can do with these blocks. Over here we've got a little atrium of sorts, an inside garden bed, which is pretty nice, and we can do that because we've got such a beautiful skylight above the stairwell here. The slabs are actually useful as well because there's no stair blocks in this game yet, so the slabs make for a very convenient up and down pathway. Up here at the top I've gone for iron blocks making some sort of skirting board, which I think actually looks fairly decent, and the wool blocks here are the interior white walls. Over here is a little library section showing off the new library bookshelf block and a little sofa. Tucked away here, a little bedroom. This is quite funny because again you need the skylight to highlight the bed. This is actually a white wool block, so it should be as white as that for a pillow top, but it turns out to be just this grey colour. Oh well, like I said, you're working with the block choices you've got. Over here, I don't think those are supposed to be there. Over here we've got another little table and a hallway running into a toilet. It's the best I could do with what I had. And that's the underside of the gold block, which looks pretty crazy if you ask me. Up here is the underside of the iron block, also looking pretty funky. So past the library, we just come out here to the balcony where we can appreciate all of the amazing Minecraft terrain generation views. Maybe we can enjoy a nice cool beverage, enjoy the sunshine. And that's it. That's the house tour. So I think I've actually done pretty well with the block choices, as I said. Well, we've now reached the end of the classic era of Minecraft, and we're about to go on to the Indev development phase, where the game will start to resemble the game we play today more and more. And in preparing for this series, reading up on changelogs and working out which versions to run, there were quite a few different things that I learned while I was researching it too. One is that for the Minecraft eras that we've been talking about and playing in, the pre-classic and the classic eras, these were retroactively named. So in other words, it was only later in the game's lifetime that this era we're playing now became classic. I also learned that the earliest pre-classic versions that we looked at in the last episode, i.e. the ones beginning with RD, were not even originally released to the public, and it was only years later that Mojang decided to make these available via the launcher. Before these versions were known as Minecraft Classic, this stage of Minecraft was originally known as Minecraft Alpha. The next stage we're going to enter is Indev, and then after that is Infdev, and then after that, Minecraft's main alpha stage will actually begin. But perhaps the most amazing thing of all that I learned while working on this series was that there are communities out there still playing Minecraft Classic today. This very version, in fact, C0.30_01C. And it blew my mind that people cared so much about the early stages of this game that they keep it alive and well today. In fact, there's a team over at Retrocraft that have set up some services to make it easier than ever to play these versions on multiplayer servers. They make sure that your sounds and your skins work and that your multiplayer games are all working. Absolutely amazing. But for now, it's time to move on from Minecraft Classic and into the Indev stage. Let's do this. We've made it to version 0.31. We're now in the Indev phase of Minecraft and I couldn't be more excited. Well, we didn't skip very far because the last version was 0.30, but we couldn't skip this version without taking a look at this. Check it out. We have torches. These things are a little weird. they're kind of two-dimensional still. You can make them disappear, and they seem to change depending on what angle you're looking at them from. But this is not the only thing that was added to this game. This version, I mean. Let's have a look around the level for a bit, see what we can find. Well, that didn't take very long. Hello, this is Rana. This is the newest mob to be added to the game. And to be honest, it looks quite different from the other mobs we've seen so far, like the creepers and the skeletons and all of that sort of thing. So it looks like they're taking Minecraft in a completely different direction here. So this is Rana, and she's wearing a frog suit. And Rana means frog in Latin, which I guess is why she's wearing this frog suit. This mob was developed by the game's artist of this era, who went by the name of Doc, D-O-C-K. But it doesn't have any animation, and apparently there's a rumor going around that around this time of Minecraft's development, the animators actually refused to give this mob an animation sequence. Maybe because there were some creative differences going on internally at Mojang at the time, I don't know. But if you ask me, this mob looks completely different to what we have seen before. In fact, it doesn't even look like it fits in with the rest of the textures here. So I don't know what direction they're going in, but, you know, we're still in a development phase. Anything could happen, right? Yeah. Well, there's nothing more we can do here. This is just a creative level, so there's nothing more to see. So I say, let's upgrade to the next version. Bye, Rana. Welcome to Minecraft Indev. We're still in version 0.31, but this is 2010-01-25-2, and we have spawned inside of some sort of structure. This is the Minecraft Indev house. This was here throughout the Indev phases of Minecraft's development, and it's right here at spawn. Whenever you spawn in inside one. And in this version, we have chests. These are pretty cool, because now we have a place to put our things that we've collected. And this one is a double chest, and it's got a very strange top. But let's have a look inside. Thoughtfully, Minecraft has decided to provide us with 99 blocks of everything we could possibly need, including bedrock. So that's an interesting one. 99 cloth. We've got our full chest worth of TNT. I guess it expects us to be exploding things. And here we've got some tools. We've got a bow, we've got some arrows, we've got some food, a flint and steel, axe, pick, and a spade. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. So let's go out and explore. But before we do that, we need to talk about sound. As you'll have noticed, although we had sound working a few versions ago, they no longer do now. So let's talk a bit technical about what's going on here. The Minecraft game code itself is contained inside of a Java jar file, but other resources like sounds are downloaded by the game whenever it's started up, and every time you do that, the game always compares what it has with the server to make sure that everything's right. Minecraft has always worked by downloading these assets itself, and in these older versions, the download URL is hard-coded into the game. It's supposed to download them from www.minecraft.net or from Amazon S3, but the way it worked wasn't ideal, because if any of the sounds changed in newer versions, when you play older versions they would always download the new file. Years later, Mojang improved this and left the legacy resources available up on the website so that older games would continue to work. Unfortunately, several years ago, Mojang decided to take all of these resources down, which means that when you run older versions of the game, they can no longer download or update the sound files. And there are some ways to trick the game. Like, if you already have a copy of the files, you can try and put them in the .minecraft directory manually and then turn off your networking before you start the game to try and stop it from updating the files. Or you can tell Minecraft to use a proxy service like Retrocraft provides, which will do some magic to send the right files to the game when you start it. And you will have noticed that this worked just fine in those classic versions we played, at least up until now. Now there's a new problem. To understand it, we're going to have to understand how Minecraft works under the hood a little. Although the game code itself was written by Mojang, you don't always rewrite every single piece of code when you're developing some software. Often, developers will use libraries which provide whole functions and services to them that mean they don't have to go around writing these things brand new every time they develop software. In the case of Minecraft, it's developed around a third-party library called LWJGL, the Lightweight Java Gaming Library, and it is this library which provides some of the game's engine, including the sound system. When you use any third-party libraries, it's important to remember that just like any software, the newer versions will not always be backwards compatible with the older ones. In the earlier versions that we're running right now, we're using LWJGL version 2.4.2, or at least we're supposed to be. Just like the sounds, when Minecraft starts up, it downloads the libraries from Mojang, each time making sure it has what it thinks is the correct copy and updating anything on your computer that it thinks is wrong or outdated. But like the sounds, Mojang no longer provides the older 2.4.2 version, which means that the game is downloading a newer version instead each time. And unfortunately, the newer version of the code has changed so much between these versions that the older Minecraft versions are throwing errors because they're trying to run functions that no longer exist, and you can see the game throwing errors in the log. I've tried manually downgrading the LWJGL version and preventing Minecraft from upgrading it, using different launchers, and even starting up Minecraft manually on the command line, but I was unable to make the sound work. There are various different methods other people have tried, but come on Mojang, I know you don't like to support your older versions anymore, but there are a few things that you could easily implement that would help restore this functionality and make these older versions work. But sadly, until we find a better fix, or until we move forward to a version where the sounds will start to work again, and they will, you're just going to have to put up with no sound, and just the sound of my lovely voice. But I won't let this stop me playing, or exploring the features during the Indev and the Infdev phases of Minecraft, because there are so many important game changes and new features getting introduced at this stage of development, and I want to explore them all, and I hope you'll be there alongside me to check them out. But for now, that's all we have time for in episode 2. In the next episode, we're going to continue our exploration of this version and continue on our upgrade journey and find out what new features the game is providing for us. I'm excited. All the stuff we've just come to expect from Minecraft is all about to be brand new, and because the game is still in development, at least from our perspective, there are going to be some very interesting surprises, like Rana, and things that I've never seen with my own eyes before, and maybe you haven't either. I'm really looking forward to the point where we'll be able to save our worlds properly and keep a sustainable survival world going, but I'm not too concerned just yet. There are about to be some major changes to the world generation coming up in just a few versions' time, so we need to prepare for that. So I hope you enjoyed episode 2, and I'll see you in episode 3. If you'd like to hang out, there's a link in the description to my Discord, and you can find me on social media and other places as well. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. If you've seen something in this series that you've never seen before, then let me know, and also let me know which game features that you see that you like or don't like. But until the next episode, this has been BugmanCX. You've been watching Minecraft The Journey, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.